listening to 40 Weeks, a production of the Pregnancy Podcast with Vanessa Merton. Visit pregnancypodcast.com/week for all of the 40 Weeks resources and sign up with your due date to get each episode delivered to your inbox when you start a new week of your pregnancy. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. Welcome to week 8. You are 20% of the way there. You can see a picture of what your baby looks like this week, read the transcript, and access additional resources at pregnancypodcast.com/week8. At about 0.6 inches or 1.6 centimeters, your baby has graduated from a small blueberry to a raspberry. They are growing about a millimeter per day. If you could see your baby right now, you could make out their eyelids, the tip of their nose, and their upper lip. Their brain, spinal cord, heart, kidneys, liver, and stomach have all begun to take shape. And the tiny beating heart has divided into the left and right chambers and beats about 150 times per minute, which is twice as fast as your heartbeat. Around 8 weeks, your baby starts developing sensitivity to touch. You're not going to be able to feel them move yet, but your baby is making spontaneous movements by twitching their body, arm, and leg buds. Your amniotic fluid increases by about 2 tablespoons per week, and your baby can absorb oxygen, proteins, sugar, and fat all through the placenta. If you're a regular at the gym, you might want to ease up a little bit. Your heart rate's higher now, so you won't need to exert as much energy to get the same aerobic result. Plus, the pregnancy hormone HCG makes it easier to get overheated, so you want to make sure that you're staying cool and staying hydrated. These changes are not excuses to skip working out. You can modify nearly any workout to be safe during your pregnancy. And there are several episodes of the Pregnancy Podcast on exercising during pregnancy, cardio, strength training, and yoga. Your first prenatal appointment is usually in week 8. After your first appointment, you're going to see your care provider every 4 weeks for the first and second trimesters. You may have more frequent visits if you're high risk or if you have unique considerations. After confirming your pregnancy, your doctor or midwife is going to calculate your due date. They do this using a calculation based on your last menstrual period or on ultrasound measurements from a transvaginal scan. While the due date is rarely the date your baby will show up, it is a relatively close estimate. You're in for a lot of information at your first appointment. You may learn that pregnancy over the age of 35 is higher risk, or that your care provider recommends a COVID-19, influenza, and a Tdap vaccine during your pregnancy. You may also learn about the availability of prenatal tests. You can get a head start on learning about your options for prenatal testing at pregnancypodcast.com/prenatal testing. Tip for dads and partners: go to the doctor or midwife appointments with your partner. Your significant other can expect to have around 14 appointments throughout their pregnancy. Make it a priority to attend all of them, or at least as many as possible. That allows you to be included, to have input in any major medical decisions, to ask questions, and to hear everything firsthand. If you have a question, do not be afraid to ask. Keep track of any questions in between visits and ensure that your partner's care provider addresses them at the next visit. Thank you for tuning in to the 40 Weeks podcast. You can see the full transcript and all of the resources for this episode at pregnancypodcast.com/week8. Next week, you can hear a heartbeat with a Doppler. Until then, I wish you the very best in your pregnancy journey.